Welcome to The Newsworthy. All the day's news in less than 10 minutes. Fast, fair, fun, and on the go. Today, we're talking about everything from a secret agent from Russia to a school shooting stopped just in time. Plus, Apple's plans to expand, a new kind of bank account, and Starbucks offer for free coffee. Those stories and many more in less than 10 minutes. I'm Erica Mandy. Today is Friday, December 14th. You ready? Let's do this. Well, there's apparently another investigation dealing with President Trump. The Wall Street Journal reports federal prosecutors are now investigating Trump's 2017 inaugural committee and whether anyone illegally spent some of the millions of dollars donated. The Manhattan U.S. Attorney's Office is looking into this one, so it's separate from the special counsel's Russia investigation. The Journal says the question here is, did anyone give money in exchange for political favors or access or influence? If the answer is yes, that breaks federal corruption laws. But we don't know the answer yet. The White House press secretary responded, saying it has nothing to do with the president or first lady. Also today, NBC News and other media outlets cite sources saying President Trump was in the room when his now convicted former lawyer and the publisher of the National Enquirer talked about paying women to keep them quiet about an alleged affair. But President Trump is pushing back harder now. He tweeted and told Fox News that he never told his former lawyer, Michael Cohen, to break the law. That in fact Cohen was the lawyer and was supposed to advise him. But this morning, a TV interview with Cohen is expected to air on ABC. The first one since he was sentenced to 3 years in prison. More to come on that. A Russian woman accused of being a secret agent just admitted to it. The first Russian convicted for trying to interfere in the 2016 election. The Washington Post reports Maria Butina made a deal to cooperate with investigators in exchange for less prison time. She admits to gaining access to American gun rights groups and other high-ranking conservative officials to help Russia during the election. To be clear, this is not part of the special counsel's Russia investigation, the one looking into whether the Trump campaign coordinated with Russia during the election. At least not yet. I guess it depends on what she ends up telling investigators. Stay tuned. Police say the gunman in the shooting at Strasbourg's famous Christmas market in France is now dead. CNN reports he died in a shootout with police 2 days after the deadly terrorist attack on Tuesday. What could have been another school shooting in the U.S. was stopped thanks to someone who knew something and called it into police just in time. NBC News reports police arrived at the school as the armed teenager made his way into the middle school in Indiana. It happened about 60 miles east of Indianapolis. There was a shootout between police and the teen. The teen then took his own life before anyone else was hurt. Police, parents, and students are grateful to the person who called in the tip. All right, let's lighten things up a bit and talk about a historic space flight that really moves the whole space tourism thing a step forward. British billionaire Sir Richard Branson's company, Virgin Galactic, successfully sent its space plane to the edge of space yesterday, its longest rocket-powered flight ever. The space plane is called Spaceship Two, and it had 2 pilots. It launched over California's Mojave Desert and reached a max speed of 2.9 times the speed of sound. Branson told CNBC he hopes to go up as soon as next year after a few more test flights. And then he wants to start sending the public to space soon after that. But it'll cost you if you want to go. The expected ticket price, around $200,000. Okay, a quick break to thank today's sponsor who helps make the Newsworthy possible. And this week, it's The Neat Company, a better way to organize all your expenses and finances. It can be complicated to keep track of all your expenses each month in a way that makes tax time feel like a breeze later. So before 2019 begins, this is the time to get your expense tracking in order. Neat lets you upload your receipts, invoices, and other documents any way you like, including a simple email or the camera on your phone. And then get this, Neat has a patent on unique technology to automatically fill out the fields for you. So for example, you take a picture of the receipt, you upload it, and key data fields are automatically filled out and organized. And then if you need to revisit it, Neat lets you keyword search all your expenses to find them again quick and easy. It can save you or your business up to 12 hours per week, time that could be spent on growth instead of bookkeeping. The Neat Company is offering the Newsworthy listeners a free 30-day trial at neat.com/newsworthy. Again, try it for 30 days free. Go to neat.com/newsworthy. Now back to the news. Apple is hiring, especially in Austin, Texas. The company says it'll spend $1 billion to build a new campus there. And it expects to create 15 or 20,000 new jobs in cities around the U.S. over the next 5 years. That includes new sites and new jobs in Seattle, San Diego, and Culver City, California. Plus, hundreds of jobs are apparently coming to the current offices in even more cities. CNBC reports the jobs will likely be for engineers, executives, creatives, and others in the service industry, so not manufacturing jobs like the Trump administration has pushed for. That said, it's part of Apple's commitment earlier this year to invest $30 billion in the U.S. A new kind of banking is coming. It's called Robinhood. TechCrunch reports Robinhood's checking and savings accounts are quite different because there are no overdraft or monthly fees. And there's a 3% interest rate, meaning you earn 3% on the money you keep in your Robinhood account, which is higher than a lot of other accounts. You also have access to ATMs and 24/7 text support. But here's the catch. There is no physical bank branch. You can't walk into your bank and ask a question. And that is how they keep the costs down to offer you no fees. Robinhood apparently makes money by investing your money in U.S. Treasuries and a revenue share with MasterCard. E-scooters are coming to Google Maps, at least in 13 cities around the world. CNET reports Google and e-scooter company Lime have partnered up to make it happen. You'll be able to see where Lime scooters, pedal bikes, and e-bikes are available as you plan your route on Google Maps. Buy a certain Starbucks coffee tumbler and you can get a month of free coffee. Pop Sugar reports U.S. customers can get the 16-ounce stainless steel brewed refill tumbler, which does cost $40, but then you get free brewed coffee or hot tea each day in January. We now know the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame class of 2019. There are 7 inductees, including Janet Jackson, Def Leppard, and Stevie Nicks, who, by the way, makes history as the first female to be inducted twice. And that's it. Thank you so much for listening today. As always, if you want to read more about any of the stories we talked about, I list all the sources and story links for you in today's show notes. Just go to thenewsworthy.com, click episodes, and find today's date. The Newsworthy is ready for you every weekday by 4 in the morning. I'll be back with more news on Monday. Have a great weekend.